In Memphis, nothing comes easy, and that's exactly how we like it. This is a city built on hustle, on heart, on grit. And at Carway, our rides are built the same way. Tough, reliable, ready for the grind. No games, no gimmicks, just Memphis-style service. Real, honest, and built on trust. Where grit meets grind, you meet your next ride. Carway, grit, grind, and Pink Beetles. In Memphis, we know a thing or two about resilience. From the grindhouse to the Delta, we protect what's ours. But when pests invade your home, it's time to fight back. Grade A Pest knows how to handle what crawls, flies, and bites. With local experience and guaranteed results.
I'm Reggie with Grade A Pest Control. We service the Memphis metro area. That also includes DeSoto and Fayette County as well.
Grade A Pest has the entire Mid-South covered. So if bugs and pests put you to the test, let Grade A solve your problem. Bluff City Media presents The Anthony Sain Show with your host, Anthony Sain. Now, let's get to the show.
I don't know what the hell just happened. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Anthony Sain Show. This, of course, your host, Anthony Sain. I'm out here in the suburbs of Horn Lake, Mississippi, a.k.a. Whitehaven, Tennessee. Kenny Stubblefield is the producer of the show. He's also the owner of Bluff City Media. He's also my co-host today and every day for the most part. He joins me, man. We in this joint. I'm chopped up on y'all motherfucking ass, man. I'm talking
You
about,
look good, bro.
Man, I'm talking about I couldn't wait to get to my guy today, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I look up Julia recording me, man, put me on the Facebook stories, all that type of shit, man. Hey, man, had to just go and get right out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's about to be trade day, man. They kept me looking bad yesterday, man. WREG reached out to me, wanted me to talk about Jaren. I'm on that mother looking homeless in the face, man, in the hair, man. I'm on y'all ass today, man. I'm ready for your ass.
Man, you looking good. That fade.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
The fuckboy fade looks pretty good.
Did a little something different did with the beard. The fuckboy faded back, man. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to maintain the fuckboy fade when you got a wife, though, man. But you know
that's true. It's true. It's the
wife.
Know
what it is.
The wife up fade. I don't know.
Yeah, it's all good, man. But we are here, man. We are brought to you by, powered by, in partnership with, sponsored by our good friends at FanDuel Sportsbook. The Memphis Grizzlies may not be getting checks from FanDuel for their TV shows, for their game productions, but we are getting ours. I've already cashed that check. I paid some bills with that check, man. And we are here for the Anthony Sain Show. It is trade deadline eve. For all intents and purposes, I think a lot of the trades are going to happen today. I don't think there's going to be a lot of activity tomorrow. I think the trade deadline is over tomorrow at 1, if I'm not mistaken. I think you'll see more today than you'll actually see tomorrow. You'll probably see a lot of stuff happen overnight as well. But here we are, man. Here we are. Let me address a comment right here. My guy, Kip Gordon. Kip says that Sam Presti be running circles around climbing. Breaking news. He's also running circles around all these motherfuckers because he's really good GM, bro. He's probably one of the best GMs of all time. He drafted 3 MVPs. You know how crazy it is to say that, bro?
Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook.
Yeah. No. He drafted 3 and he traded for 1 in his second year.
And he traded for 1 at SGA.
Yeah. Bro, that is crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's wild.
Like, can anybody say anything close to this?
No. I mean, whoever.
Who can even claim that they drafted 2 MVPs? Who?
Lakers,
I don't know.
Jerry West.
Jerry West. No. Yeah, Kobe.
Kobe
would never. No. Yeah, Kobe. Yeah, Kobe, Shaq, and Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson. Was Jerry West the GM then?
Shaq was league MVP with the Lakers,
right? Or was he Finals MVP? Let me see. Shaq league. Dang, I can't tell.
I know Shaq was league MVP before, but I want to say he did it with Orlando.
Yeah, he was.
No, he didn't do it with Orlando. It was
99, 2000. 99,
yeah, that was the Lakers. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That man's in a league.
Oh, he didn't. Yeah, he signed Shaq. He didn't draft him. That's right. I forgot. I forgot he was in Orlando with Basketball Jesus. I forgot he was
with Penny. Yeah, man. Like, how many dudes could claim that they walked to the podium and said, "Hey, that dude's
crazy." That's crazy.
And you know how that happened, man? His teams were really ass a lot, and he had a lot of stabs at getting the top guy, man. But we'll talk about that later. Let's get into it, man. Yesterday I was emotional, Kenny, when I was on adrenaline, dealing with the news of Jaren Delvecchio Jackson. I don't think that's Jaren's middle name.
What? Jaren Cornelius Jackson Jr.
Yeah. Yeah, Greg Popovich.
Yeah. Was he that?
He's not a GM, first of all. Well, he is now, pretty much, for all intents and purposes. But even on his draft, only one there was David Robinson and Tim Duncan were MVPs. Yeah, Jaren Walter Jackson. I went to elementary school with a dude named Delvecchio. I always thought he had a pretty dope name.
You said Delvecchio.
That was his name. That man's name was dope as hell. Hey, that man. He about that life though. I'm not gonna make no jokes about my guy Delvecchio at all.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying Delvecchio in terms of Jaren. That's hilarious. I'm not saying. I'm not messing with your guy Delvecchio. My last name is Stubblefield, bro.
Delvecchio wasn't no joke, man.
Yeah,
Delvecchio wasn't no joke for real. Real South Memphis nigga in this motherfucker. But no, man. Yeah. So I spoke with a lot of adrenaline, but now Kenny, I'll talk with a lot more. I'll have a calm conversation about Jaren Jackson Jr.
Let's do it.
I remember the 2018-19 season. Who was I getting paid for with the Grizzlies? I want to say, 2018-19. I was doing what Sharon does. I was covering the Grizzlies for the Memphis Flyer. That's what I was covering for. And I was had credentials, of course. I was at the games. Of course, covering the games under that banner. And we drafted this rookie that I wanted no part of, right? In that particular draft, who did I want that year? I wanted Marvin Bagley was who I wanted that year.
Right.
Only because Michael Porter Jr., the stuff got out about Michael Porter Jr. in the back issues. I wanted Michael Porter Jr. that entire season like that. I wanted that dude bad. I wanted Michael Porter Jr., right? But the back thing had me spooked. So I leaned over to Marvin Bagley, right? I think the order of guys I wanted him in was Michael Porter Jr., Trae Young. No, Michael Porter Jr., Bagley, Trae Young.
And Luka Doncic.
I wanted Luka after them.
Yeah.
And Jaren might have been, no, I don't think Jaren was in my 5 or 6, right? And then we ended up getting Jaren, right? And, the reports came out that Jaren didn't particularly want to be here and all those type of things. We took Jaren anyway, and we all were won over by Jaren in that summer league game. We used to who is this tall-ass dude that's out here shooting threes, blocking shots, this goofy-ass kid talking about Caesar salads and we were like, bro, who is this goofy ass kid? Like, we hadn't had any kids here in a long time on this team, right? Because we had the grit and grind team, and we just were drafting horrible rookies, and they were terrible. We didn't play these dudes, and Dylan was kind of an admiration. We got him, then we got Jaren in, and I just remember being in the locker room and looking at him like we literally got a baby back here. we literally got a child like he's on a field trip back here in the locker room. And Jaren, man, and over time, Jaren grew on me as a fan, of course, and grew on a lot of us as a fan, man. And Jaren had his criticisms even as a young player. And it was one of those things where Jaren had the foul problems, right, in his rookie year. He's like, oh, he'll grow out of that. He's just a kid, right? And then it was like this 7-foot dude we got, he'll really rebound, huh? Oh, he'll be fine.
Oh, he'll be fine.
He gotta get his grown man body, right?
You heard what Steven Adams said. Like, listen, he made it all okay.
Yeah. So and then everybody kind of came around on Jaren. He had the injuries. That was the thing, really. Like Jaren, was hurt a lot. Yeah. He was hurt a lot his first couple of years, right? And then you get Jaren back, all that type of stuff. And then he started growing into his body. He started learning how to get to the basket. Because at one time, man, Jaren's whole game was just, is he making threes or is he not making threes? Like, if he's making threes, he had a good game. If he didn't, he's not. There's like nothing in between. Like, there was nothing else to Jaren's game. And then he started being able to get to the basket, all those type of things. And he emerged to a guy that not only became Defensive Player of the Year, but was a 2-time All-Star. And and if you look at like scoring seasons that Jaren's had, he's had seasons where in the all-time Grizzlies lore, he's had some of the all-time greatest points per game in Grizzlies history, like more than Zebo, more than Mark, more than Mike. He's had some great seasons, in this last little run. And Jaren is a guy who I know, but it's been a lot of sob stories about Jaren, right? Especially if you turn down the internet dial. There's a lot of sob stories. And I remember, my kid grew up being a Jaren Jackson Jr. fan. Of course. I don't think he gives a shit because I texted Gabe about this yesterday. And Gabe left me on red. I don't know if he jumped off a bridge or he just don't give a shit. Like, I don't know what happened. I ain't checked back with him, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't checked back with Gabe. So I don't really know where he is. But my
13-year-old daughter's upset. She's not happy about it.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of kids are. Jaren was the player on the team that a lot of people like. And I'll say this now. I have never hid saying this. I've liked Jaren more than I've liked Ja. Like, I thought Jaren is a much better ambassador of the team, understands the community aspect better, stays out of trouble, keeps a clean image, knows how to throw makeup over the stuff he does. Because, I've heard stories that Jaren might be the wildest dude on this team when it comes down to hanging out and partying and stuff like that, but you've never known it. You don't hear those things. You don't see those things. People say, well, Jaren parties, but he don't party in Memphis. You know what I mean? But, I've heard that Jaren just kind of knows how to be a pro, man. He knows how to do things differently, right? So those are all the things that have been good about Jaren over time. When it's time to start the season off, he's the one that says welcome. At the end of the season, he's the one that says thank you. You know what I mean? So he's always been that guy for us, man. Jaren's been an amazing pro. And I don't have a super emotional response to say, but he'll be missed. He'll be missed. He was just a great guy to have on your team. And we all know the obvious flaws of Jaren's game. I am excited that we are moving on from Jaren, simply because, man, if you're gonna blow this shit up, man, do blow it the fuck up, man. Like, that's the best quote I got, man. If you're gonna blow it up, blow it the fuck up, man. Don't play with it, don't pussyfoot with it. Do what the Thunder did, man. Like, hey, we got roster spots, we got cap space.
Twice.
Send your picks, man. And because of that, I can get up on a random Wednesday, the day before the trade deadline, and go get Jerry McCain and throw a first-round pick for him. Like, they're a championship team who still has a plethora of draft picks to go get dudes, man, to go do what they need to do. Go do it that way. Just be ass, build this thing, and go do what you're doing. And I've seen people say things like, oh, here we go. That's all they do is just rebuild over and over again. I was like, bro, y'all ain't seen no rebuild, bro. You don't go to the playoffs 11 times in 16 years, including this year, which won't be a playoff year. So I'm counting this as a no playoff year, right? You don't go to the playoffs 11 out of 16 the last 16 years and then say stuff like we're constantly rebuilding. Both of those can't be true, bro. And then people fear this great abyss of, what does a rebuild look like? What have the last 3 years look like with all these guys that we've been holding on to, man? We're in love with memories. We're in love with memories from a while ago, bro. That is, and I put this on Twitter yesterday, and I made a fatal mistake yesterday of actually trying to interact on Twitter. And I was like, yeah, I gotta get off this motherfucker. I got people tagging me in the conversations with players and shit like, I forgot about it.
The Utah
Jazz fans who just want to let everybody know you don't make deals with Danny Ainge. Like, bro, y'all been asked for like 8 years, bro. Like, y'all been asked the whole time we've been good. This whole green grind thing, like the year y'all put us out the playoffs, that first year was the last year y'all were good.
Yeah, they found
the
you.
guy was saying, "Oh, we won the center for Utah, bro." Fuck, my brain is gone.
Kessler.
No. Center for Minnesota. Gobert.
Gobert.
Shout out to my local pharmaceutical who gave me some ridiculous stuff that just got my brain fried this morning. But yeah, that guy was like, "Yeah, we won the Gobert trade." Like, how, man? Like, Minnesota went to the conference finals off of y'all. Like, y'all, like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, y'all, what did they even get from that trade? Dudes that don't even play for them no more.
Right.
Or was he talking about draft picks? I don't know. But anyway,
I mean, they turned it into. I guess if I remember the tweet, I think he said they turned it into Markkanen and Jaren Jackson Jr. And I'm like, okay, like that. What does that got you? Like,
yeah, and it's like, Jaren's a good player, man. But what makes me think that Jaren's the player that's going to take Utah from being ass to good? Like they're not a good team. Like they're worse than us this year, and I'm not sure they're not particularly trying not to be bad. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I don't understand like this boogeyman fear of Danny Ainge, because he's sat on a lot of trades he probably could have made. And when Boston won that championship that year, Danny Ainge was not the GM, bro. He was in Utah, and as soon as he got away, they won. So, but yeah, man, it's like a lot of people fear this rebuild is clearly happening. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not trying to be a troll. I'm not trying to rain on people's parade. I'm not trying to laugh at people's sadness, but I am excited about rebuilding this team, man. I'm sorry, bro. Like, because for all the things I like about Jaren, things I love about Jaren, the way I pull for Jaren, there's been nobody in the world who's probably advocated for Jaren probably more than me, just being honest. With a logical mind. I don't get into the deep weeds with some of the stuff people say. But with that being said, man, they're just telltale things about Jaren. It's like, okay, this isn't somebody that you like build around. Like, he's not that type of player, bro.
Right.
Like, I watched us be up by 20 something against OKC. Ja goes out, which is another discussion. We'll say that for tomorrow. Ja goes down, and this man and Desmond Bane had nothing, bro. They had nothing. Like they literally had nothing. And this guy was getting bited up by Caruso. Alex Caruso bited him up the entire series.
That was the season with Desmond and Jaren starting off together by themselves without Ja.
You taking my points out of my mouth, man. Hold on. I ain't there yet. I'm talking about last year in the playoffs. That was my next point. Man. The year that Ja was out with the suspension, which is another point. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Them dudes were really ass, bro. Like Jaren and Desmond Bane together were horrible. We were like the worst team in the league. You know what I mean? So I don't have this. I'm not gonna act like we traded away, like, just the present. Like, we feel the future, but the present looks really goofy, man. Like, let's just be for real. Like, the present don't look good. You know what I mean? And we're in love with hope. We're in love with maybe next year guys will be healthy, or maybe next year this and that. Bro, I remember the first 30 games of the season when Jaren was ass. Like, not looking like, oh, he's just a little off, he'll get it going. Like, ass. I remember that. And people blamed it on the system. Other than just, okay, Jaren just looks really bad, bro. Like, I watched this, you know what I mean? And I'm not trying to crap on him. I'm just saying it's time to, it was time to move on, man. It's time to move on from Jaren. You made an investment in him. You made a big financial investment in him. And people thought because of that, oh, there's no way they signed him this summer and they're going to trade him. I was like, you never heard me on that train. I always said, yeah, that makes it kind of easier to trade him or whatever. And of course, everybody's pulling up the picture of whatever, I think it was Slam Magazine that had the new core four. That was Jaren, Ja, Dez, and Dylan. And the irony, man, that if I had to pick which dude I want to put on my team right now, who would have thought, bro? We got one is Ja, one is Jaren, One is in Orlando tackling dudes all the time, and sometimes he'll have a 30-point game, and sometimes he'll have an 8-point game. And the other one has been probably the biggest dog of them all in Dylan Brooks, who I said that he probably would have never been that if he stayed here. But look at him now, man. Look at Dylan prospering, and look at us being happy. But look at us being happy for him. But I wish Jaren the absolute best. But you know what makes me sad though, bro? What makes me sad for real?
What's that?
And I'm like, man, how do I tell them this, man? How do I share this with these dudes? It's the people who took a victory lap yesterday. They're like, oh man, I told y'all, bro. Like, yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, you saw it too. You saw they were gonna trade Jared. Then it said, yeah, I told you they was gonna trade Jared to keep John. Like, oh shit, he don't know. You don't know, man. Oh man, it's gonna hurt him so bad. I saw a few people doing it outside of Kadarius, who's still holding on.
Kadarius is holding on. He's holding on with hope.
Brother, any memoirs who got a job, man, you might want to hold on close to your heart, man, because we're in the final hours, my brother. It sucks though, man, because this run could have been better. I wish that I had told you to play that clip from Sam Vecini, I think. Sam Vecini, I think his name.
Vecini or something like that. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Michael Cruz said John getting traded to Miami for Khalil Ware is going to hit like crack. I don't think that's happening, but I would be insanely excited if that did happen. I know Khalil Ware is a guy that the Grizzlies were intrigued about a lot in that draft. From people I talked to, I think he was down between those two guys, him or Edie, and they took Edie. I don't think they're getting Khalil Ware back in a trade for Ja. But yeah, I would be amped if that was the case. But
can I bring up something real quick before?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Move on. The biggest thing that I'm hearing from people is not. There's a lot of okay, maybe it is time to move on. You know, break up this Ja Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr. era of Memphis Grizzlies history. But they don't trust Zach Kleiman to rebuild it. What are your thoughts on that? Like he's never been able to rebuild anything. He's always let the wrong guys go. Marcus Smart, Tomas Isolo, all these moves that he's making. He's not the guy to do it. How do you feel about that?
I understand people feeling that way totally, bro. But you got to have the same energy though. You know what I mean? Like my thing is, okay, Zach Kleiman is a new GM. He's learning all this stuff. Him, Ja, all these dudes, Ja, Taylor Jenkins all came in this together. They literally all started the same year, right? And they're all trying to figure this shit out, right? And I think that a lot of things that he's done is what you would expect a young GM to do. And your hope would be, okay, he's not a young GM anymore, and he'll see the error of his ways in a lot of things. Just like when he got Cedric Howard, right? He was like, I've learned over time that you can't. It's worse to do too much than not do enough. That there's a guy that you want, right? That's something that he's learned. I would hope that this time around that if he gets a young core of dudes, that he would realize, okay, I probably don't need to trade a Jay Crowder when I got kids on my team. I might need to keep the big brother around a little longer because Jay Crowder would have been the perfect dude to keep around these dudes forever. Like he should have kept Jay around Ja and Jaren for a long time because he kind of a lot of stuff that we rightfully so give Dylan credit for. Jay Crowder put that in these dudes too, including Dylan. You know what I mean? So those type of things, right? And you might say, well, if I know I'm going to move on from a Kyle Anderson and the Anthony Melton, I need to go get another vet in and not trade to go get more rookies. If I'm about to lose 2 vets, I probably need to get 2 more vets in, similar style, similar skill, similar value type of guys in instead of going to get rookies. I think that's the first mistake he made. But I say you have to have the same level of grace though, because if we want to act like the last 3 years of Ja Morant didn't happen, we have to. Why can't we assume that Zach Kleiman may realize in year 8 or year 9 that hey, okay, if I get the chance to build this thing over again, I'll do it better. I'll also say this is something I know for a fact. The way that the Grizzlies go about their draft process has changed since he's been here. And I think that's something you have to keep in mind as well. Like the the recent run of nailing guys like pick after pick after pick in the last 3 years is because they've changed their draft strategy. I don't have any man, Goon is the funniest dude in the world.
I forgot he used to talk about Montrezl Harrell all the time.
Go away your podcast at, man. I thought you was dropping a pod, man.
Montrezl, he ain't even in the league, bro.
Yeah. But I'm going to say this, man. The stuff that Sam Facini said yesterday is the same shit I've been saying for about a month now. But
I've got the video.
It's true, man. Yeah. Play that joint, man. Run that joint, man.
Here we go. Give me 1 second. Where is it? Bam.
Trade for Marcus Smart. That one didn't work out, but they've drilled like every single draft pick that they've had outside of David Roddy, basically. And then they make the bad decision on LaRavia, but they drill Cam Spencer. They drill Jalen Wells, Brandon Clark, Santi Aldama, Desmond Bain happened before this, but Zach Edey and Coward, they've nailed every pick that they could have, which is what you have to do when you're a small market team. And even still, it didn't matter because Ja Morant never took the next step, right?
So
in 2022, it looked like he was well on his way. In game 2 of that series against Golden State, he drops like 47 points, and he looks like the next superstar of the league, and that was the high point of his career. And for now, at least. Maybe that'll change. But the reality is that while the Grizzlies' best player kept getting worse due to the shenanigans with guns, due to the shoulder injury as well, I'm not going to sit here and remove that from the equation because I think the shoulder injury, his shooting hasn't been the same since then. So while their number one option got worse, everybody else has got better. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander emerged into the MVP of the league. Anthony Edwards emerged into the legitimate number one option for the Minnesota Timberwolves. So the ground just completely shook underneath them, on top of Denver still being awesome, on top of Luka still being in the Western Conference. This era just never got off the ground, largely because of Morant. I see people blame ownership. I see people blame, Zach Kleiman in the front office. They could have gone out. They could have made the Mikal Bridges deal for 5 first-round picks or whatever. This team's still not winning a title because Ja Morant never took the next step. It wouldn't have mattered. And that's really the key here that I think it comes down to, and why I think this was the right time to end this. You go out and you get 4 first-round picks for Desmond Bain. You go out and you get 3 first-round picks plus Clayton plus whatever Taylor Hendricks is. We'll see. They just weren't close because the guy that they thought was the guy and showed them in 2022 that that trust might not have been misplaced in thinking
man
he
was a
the
fucking
guy.
beast at 21-22.
Ultimately wasn't the guy.
Top 10
And
player in the
when
whole
that's the
NBA,
case,
bro.
You have to move on. You have to end it, I think.
That man was top 10 player in the league in 21-22, bro.
It must be the messenger, Anthony, because you've been saying this.
Y'all like hearing shit from a white man. I know it, bro.
Y'all are crazy because now it's he made a great point.
We've been
saying this.
I like hearing shit from white boys too, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Well, y'all niggas get to talking. I don't want to hear this shit either, bro. I like hearing this shit from
Good God. I'm sitting here going, the people that are arguing with you are now saying, oh, man made a great point.
Oh, man, cooking. Bro.
Man, that man said a great point.
I just said it for a butt, man.
What? You literally said last year, you said if Ja Morant doesn't play, nothing else matters.
None of this shit matter, bro.
Oh, that's so funny, man. Y'all are wild in the chat. Y'all are wild for that.
And this is how our abusive relationship works. This is where we are, kid. This is where we are.
Wow.
Ja just dropped on Instagram. I don't give a fuck, bro. Why do y'all give a fuck about what Ja drops on Instagram? Drop your ass in the game, bro. The fact that we care that much about Ja's emotional state, bro, who gives a mother fuck, man? At the end of the day, bro, you're not gonna be good, man. Like my man said, Ja was one of the best players in the entire NBA in 21-22. He was top 10 regardless of position in the entire league.
Right.
Since then, we're arguing semantics on whether guys are point guards or shooting guards in the discussion of how good he is at his position. He was top 10 in the entire league in 21-22. He's not that guy anymore, man, for several reasons. Like he said, whether it's injury, whether it's off the court stuff, lack of focus, he's had a million things that have happened. And there's a lot of dudes in the league that in 21-22, if you told me, bro, if you had told me that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is better than Ja in 21-22, I said, man, what the fuck are you talking about? Who? The little skinny dude from that came from the Clippers? Are you fucking drunk? Who want to argue that shit now? My friend Miss Brittany's in the chat, man. I know this is her first time in here. Yeah, she said she's coming with precaution, man, because she think I'm gonna jump on her. Never will I do that, friend.
She had a long.
Hold on.
Yeah, let's read. Hold on.
Try to show man. I just got my hair cut, man. I gotta show my shit, man.
Here we go. I'm gonna read it. I have a genuine question. Don't want people
Yes,
coming at. Listen, no, ain't nobody coming for you.
Anybody coming for you?
Because I'm not knowledgeable about front office stuff. Nobody is.
Mm-hmm.
The Grizzlies have been a rebuilding team since they split up the Goon Squad.
Mm-hmm.
We had a full, healthy team with our next gen boys for maybe one season and went to the playoffs that year. Then they started picking off the players who may not have been superstars but were good, supportive players. At what point is it an organizational issue and not a player issue? I feel like they just – did she say something else?
No. She like she was trying to say something, but it ran out of character. All right, put that jump back up. Miss Brittany. I know her from Twitter, too. She's cool. I'm assuming she's talking about split up the Goon Squad.
Is that the core four?
I think she's talking about the Dylan Bain job.
Okay.
Jan. We had a full healthy team with our next gen boys for maybe one season. I'm thinking she's talking about 21-22 when Ja got hurt.
Right.
When we lost to the Warriors. And went to the playoffs that year. Then they started picking off players who may not have been superstars, but were good supportive players. She's talking about Dylan and Dez.
Right.
And okay.
Tyus and slow-mo.
Right. I'll say this. Brittany, as you can see in the NBA, when you have multiple good players on the team, there comes a time when you got to pay guys contracts. You have to be smart with the way you do that, right? I'm trying to think of something that just happened where a team, like this summer, the Los Angeles Lakers have concerns about signing, Austin Reeves.
Oh, Austin Reeves and LeBron.
Right? Who's like their second best player, second or third best player on their team, right? Because I think LeBron's going to be gone, so I don't count him. But because of those type of things, especially when you have a lot of guys that are around the same age, that have been in the league around the same time, all of their contracts are going to come up around the same time. And you got to make hard decisions on what guys you're going to keep, what guys you're not going to keep. So when the Grizzlies decided to move on from Kyle Anderson and DeAnthony Melton, who were up for contracts, they traded those guys away for rookies to come in that would kind of allow you to reset the timeline. Those contracts don't come up for a while. And you figured they figured they could get similar production from a Jake LaRavia, from a David Roddy, to come in and be guys who can defend and knock down threes. That's what they were drafted as. That's what they thought they would be. That's what they wanted to go that route instead of having a guy like Kyle Anderson who wasn't a shooter. He could defend. They tried to, get guys that were just versatile, guys that could, defend and shoot threes. After that, it was time to pay. They moved off of Grayson Allen because they wanted Desmond Bane to be the guy. Desmond Bane was young, and they figured they could let him do his thing. So they chose Dez out of their group. Dez shot through the roof, achieved like a motherfucker, and then Dez. We're gonna have to wrap. That 3-pointer may not happen at all, too, bro. I got it. Yeah. So I gotta get our ass in, but and then I'm putting a lot into this. They gave Desmond Bane a max salary. When people start talking about mistakes that Climate made, that's one that they do not talk about enough.
Right.
Maxing out Desmond Bane you did not have to do that. Like you did not have to max out Desmond Bane. I know why you do it, because you want to set the precedence that in Memphis, if you come and you play and you're good, we take care of you. That's always been the case, even before this iteration of the team. Are there things that I think that you should blame Zach Kleiman on? Yeah. So he's green. He's green about what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
He's made rookie GM mistakes. He doesn't have a lot of connections with a lot of GMs. But all I say is, because when people get upset about things that Sam Vecini said, things about what I'm saying, you're not going to be a good team if your best player has played less than half of his possible games in the last 3 years. And he's in Ja's career, the 65 game award threshold, he would have never hit that ever in his career. Like, it's not like Ja went from playing 70, 65 games down to whatever he is now. He never has been a healthy player. Not one time. You know what I mean? So that's just an unfortunate, thing of what it is. And the Dillon thing, I mean, I'm not gonna get deep into that. I think people kind of know why they had to move on from Dillon when they did. It's in hindsight, I want Dillon back. You know what I mean? But we're kind of making excuses for Ja and Jaren, and we're like blaming it on breaking guys up. And in most situations, if I got 2 guys on my team that are NBA All-Stars, like we've had this entire run, in Ja and Jaren, it really shouldn't matter as much as we put into other dudes who aren't here anymore. Like, typically, if you got 2 All-Stars on your team, those 2 dudes should be enough to get you where you're trying to be. But for that to happen, they both have to be like super healthy. They have to be super locked in. They have to be super focused. They have to be able to not just have, 18 points at the half and finish at 23. If I got 18 and a half, I'm dropping 40. That's what you need a guy to do. And Jaren's one of those guys who he'll come out, he's screaming and yelling, blocking shots, knocking down threes, getting to the basket, and one. I got 20 at the half, and I finished at 24, and we lose. Like, that's kind of who Jaren is. It's kind of who Jaren probably always would be. And that's all I've really had to say about any of this. Like, regardless of all these guys we miss, and it's crazy that Dillon's probably went on to be the best individual player out of all these. I would take Dillon Brooks on this team right now over Desmond Bane. I would 10 million times I would take Dillon Brooks over Des. That's kind of the unfortunate thing of what it is. But me personally, I'm all in on the rebuild. I'm all in on getting as many draft assets as you can. I've seen people say, if you trade Jaren, why didn't you get Walker Kessler? Not Walker Kessler. What's Laurie Marketing? Laurie Marketing's a good player. But if you're trying to do a rebuild, man, gut this shit off. Don't have big contracts on your roster. Get all that shit out of there. Bring in as many bad contracts. If you're going to have a bad contract, let it come with a pick. Don't have dudes on your team that's just going to keep you normal or going to keep you average. Just be ass. Just be really ass. Get as many picks as you can. Be smart with your picks. And this team I just saw this team with a lot of dudes that are good sitting on the bench.
Is this Anthony? Is Anthony frozen or am I frozen? Y'all let me know in the comments. Oh, Anthony's gone. R.I.P. Anthony. Chris Anthony said something. I'll just kind of. Oh, you back? Let's go.
Yeah. I don't know what happened, bro. I don't know my Wi-Fi. I switched over to my phone Wi-Fi, so I don't know what's going on with it. My house Wi-Fi might be off. I might need to pay the bill on that bitch. But yeah, man. But yeah, that's just all I got, man. It's just unfortunate, and there are a lot of narratives that are going around. They're like, this is on the front office. The front office is the front office that, and they chose to coach over bro. It's just a goofy narrative. It's just a really untrue narrative, bro. Like, we're not the Grizzlies did not say we value Tomas Isolo over John Morant and Jaren Jackson. That is not the fucking case, bro. There's just been a lot of super emotional, super goofy narratives that have been out about that type of stuff. But like those 2 dudes clearly just aren't the dudes, man. Because instead of us having built-in excuses as to why Jaren was bad at the beginning of the season and why Ja just can't come out there and play ball and not be bitching about a fucking first-year coach, we had to deal with that shit, bro. Like,
yeah,
it's just not normal. It's just not how things go around the league, bro. Like, Dudes come in, they do the work, they do the job, and they go bust ass. And those two dudes just aren't the dudes. And they just aren't. But go ahead, bro.
A perfect example is Chris Anthony said it just a second ago. He said Brown Tatum in the comment section. Boston is a great example of what we're talking about here with what the Grizzlies were trying to do, and that they targeted the Boston Celtics targeted Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum as their.
And they've had a million dudes around them, and they've been good regardless of who they had around.
The ancillary pieces around them have changed. The edges have changed so much over the years, and they've still been good every single year because Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are very good basketball players. So like when they resisted the urge because they thought everybody was trying to break them up anyway, right? Like they've been trying to break Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown up. But it's those moves around the edges. When Zach Kleiman realized, like, hey, listen, I'm making moves around the edges to shore up what we need around Ja and Jaren. You saw with this year is a perfect example of it. The edges around Ja and Jaren are legit. If Ja and Jaren had played to the level that they could play this year, played games, played consistently, this team would be in an absolutely different position. Right?
Yeah, and I'll say this, man. Like going into this year, bro, I was 1,000,000% behind my guy Jaren, 1,000,000% behind Ja. We had Ja's representation on here. I was amped. I was defending Ja at all costs. It went away so fast for me, bro. I'm not where you guys are only because I feel like I got a jump start on like being out on both of them, man. I'm really disappointed in the way Ja came into the season. The way I applauded Jaren for coming back early, but just the excuses for Jaren's bad play, man. Like, and even like Jaren, I've seen too many games this year, bro. Like you've like just totally disappeared in the clutch, man. And numbers don't lie, man. Jaren has the worst fourth quarter numbers in the league. Like, they're horrible. And it's like I'm just off of it, man. Like, and my emotional depth to this stuff happened a while ago. Like this, I got ahead of this, man. You know what I mean? So I went through the same feelings and processes you have. I got into it with Mike Wallace about this type of stuff. Like not like arguing, but just like, no, man, fuck you, Mike. I'm not trading Ja. I'm not trading Jaren. And I was like, yeah, man, you're probably right, bro. Like, these dudes probably need to be gone. Like, they probably need to be gone, man. And I think that I really don't think we are that far away from be right back contending. And I'm gonna say something too, man. I'm gonna say this and we'll go to break. We really talk a lot about like rebuilds and stuff. I'll say this all the time. We are so fucking spoiled as a fan base, bro. Like, there's no way in the world you can go to the playoffs 11 out of 16 years and talk about, oh, we're about to rebuild again. Motherfucker, you ain't seen a rebuild. The longest drought we've had from a rebuild is 4 years, bro. 4 years. That's the longest we've ever had to wait in between playoff years. But we're that impatient. But you also expect us to be patient about when is Ja going to get out of this, or when is Ja going to be normal, when is he going to play enough games or finish the season? When is he like it's the same shit. But you want to invest in that, but you're not willing to like start this shit over. Like it's gonna suck, man. Hopefully you'll be fun. Hopefully you'll be healthy and fun, and you'll get like some really good rookies next year, and you're like really having fun out there or whatever. But it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck a little bit for sure. But like I said, man, I'm feeling good, Kenny. I was able to get out into the barbershop yesterday, get chopped up. Got up with my guy Antonio Jones, man, the master of definition. Kenny Stubblefield. He's the man. Been in the barbering game for about 30 years, man. It's a clean, family-friendly environment. Natural and enhanced hairstyle is what he masters in. I'm going all natural this time around, man. I ain't got no enhancements, but I will get my Jaylen Brown on. A push comes to shove, man. Superior grooming for men, women, and children. Clean, family-friendly environment. Ain't no cussing, ain't no nasty talking. If you're a mom, you ain't got to worry about the barbers, guys that are trying to hit on you, all that type of stuff. Real cool stuff going on. And if you mention that you heard about him on the Answer the Sain show your first time, he will show you some love with a discount, man. But yeah, we got some guys to get ready to pack up, man. And I'm sure that you'll hear more about that type of stuff tomorrow. But on their way out, man, they might want to get a quality used car, Kenny Stubblefield, from our good friends, our great friends at Carway Automotive, man. Carway the right way is the website, man. Check out their availability, everything they got on the lot. Bad credit, no problem. Financing is also available as well. Check them out, man. It's 6154 Summer Avenue. Phone number 901-440-8251. Ask for Mike. Ask for my guy Jason. Ask for my guy Taylor, man. They'll get you squared away, get you in the quality used car, man. This is Grind City, man. We grind out here, man. We don't make no goddamn excuses, man. Just like the people at Carway, man. They don't make excuses. Right. They're gonna get you in a quality used car, man. That's their goal. That's what they're trying to do, man. Get with the good people here at Carway. And like I said, man, you probably, when the snow died down, man, you might have looked up and saw some unexpected guests in your house. Kenny Stubblefield, we ain't paying no rent, man.
They are here.
And if you did, you need to reach out to our good friends at Grade A Pest. My guy, Reggie Freeman Alexander, man, 20 years of experience in the pest and rodent control world. So homegrown business, man, from a born and raised Memphian, committed to excellence, man, by applying human and pet-friendly products that are safe, highly efficient to meet your pest control needs. When pests and rodents are a problem, Kenny Stubblefield, trust Grade A Pest to help you pass the test, man. Reach out to them, 901-628-4867. Shoot them an email, gradeapservices@gmail.com. You can shoot them a text at that same phone number. You're going to get a response while you watching the show, man. I guarantee you, if you text my guy, Reggie Freeman Alexander, during the break, you're going to get a text back from their brother by the time we come back from the break. But we're about to take a break. Like I said, we got some FanDuel stuff for you. We'll do that after the break as well. We'll do a quick talk about maybe a little bit more Grizzly stuff and other stuff going on around the city. I hate to rush the show today. I got to do the Umpcast over there with Grind City Media with my guy, Jason Smith, my guy, Mike Wallace, my guy, the legendary Jarvis Greer. We got some trade deadline stuff to talk about. So you can slide over to check me out over there at 2 o'clock. But we got to take a break. When we come back, we're going to wrap up the Anthony Sain show. We'll see y'all in a minute.
In Memphis, we know a thing or two about resilience. From the grindhouse to the Delta, we protect what's ours. But when pests invade your home, it's time to fight back. Grade A Pest knows how to handle what crawls, flies, and bites. With local experience and guaranteed results.
I'm Reggie with Grade A Pest Control. We service the Memphis metro area. That also includes DeSoto and Fayette County as well.
Grade A Pest has the entire Mid-South covered. So if bugs and pests put you to the test, let Grade A solve your problem.
To me, this is a real possibility after yesterday. Being 5-4, halfway through our American Conference schedule, there is a legitimate shot. Forget the NCAA tournament. There is a legitimate shot that we don't even make the American Conference tournament. That is maybe the most ridiculous thing that's ever come out of my mouth. You are the preseason favorite by far to win the league. And we are sitting here 2 spots away from not making the conference tournament.
And I think the hard part is that since he is, King Cotton, Memphis royalty, that people are giving him the world's largest grace period.
It could literally be anyone else in the entire planet. We've won the league one time in 8 years. One time. This is literally the worst year.
Yeah.
In 8 years. It's the worst year.
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with your hosts, Trey Lasley and TJ Willis, every Tuesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel. In Memphis, nothing comes easy, and that's exactly how we like it. This is a city built on hustle, on heart, on grit. And at Carway, our rides are built the same way. Tough, reliable, ready for the grind. No games, no gimmicks, just Memphis-style service. Real, honest, and built on trust. Where grit meets grind, you meet your next ride. Carway, grit, grind, and Pink Beetles.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Anthony Sain Show. I got a couple of comments that I hit a star on them joints, Kenny, if you would bring those joints up.
Yep.
Kirby Allen says, well, however when you want to do it. Yeah, however. The Miami Heat are open to signing Ja Morant to a 3-year, $178 million extension. Miami extends everybody. Remember, they got they did that with what's the name, bro? They did that with Andre Iguodala. Remember that? They extended him like as soon as they got him. Yeah. If they're able to land him, I don't think Miami. I think the order that I think is I think the Kings are more likely than Miami. I don't think the Grizzlies have any intention of sending Ja anywhere that might make him look good. I think they want to send that man to Jerusalem for sure. But I don't think this happened. And I don't think they're sending him to Miami. It could, but I don't know. But yeah, good for him, man. If he gets that extension, bro, that's a big fucking risk, man. Because he still got 2 years on this deal, and then that's you're looking at pretty much a max deal for 5 years on Ja on that. My guy DC Cashville says super emotional comment by my guy DC Cashville. It's all good though. Welcome to the chat, brother. He says Grizz didn't even get the Jazz best first round pick to get a top 1 through 5 prospect. Now I'm gonna hold your hand when I ask you this, DC Casual. I ain't trying to make you look bad, but you're not my friend. What's the lady? I usually be nicer to the women.
Right.
Be the guys, but I'm gonna hold your hand when I ask you this, man. In essence, what you're describing is that the Utah Jazz tanked for Jaren Jackson Jr. this year. If they trade their this year pick, they're pretty much tanking, or they're a bad team. So why would Utah trade us that for Jaren Jackson Jr.? That would be robbery. If Utah did that, bro, that would have been one of the dumbest trades ever. If you traded a lottery pick, a top 5 pick in this draft for Jaren Jackson Jr., that's in essence you're tanking for Jaren. You tanked for Jaren when they're like some really good dudes up there at the top. But
yep,
that's how that works, man. You don't go to teams and tell them what you're taking from them. You kind of get the best deal you can get available. So yeah, there's no reason. I don't think the Grizzlies even thought they were going to get that from them. They probably never even came up in communication. I don't see why. That's hard to understand either, though. Yeah, that's not happening. Either one or two things is happening. Either Josh getting traded tomorrow, or he's getting traded this summer. But yeah, I'm gonna slide about this joint though, man.
Yep.
Tomorrow's show is gonna be crazy because either one way or another, we're gonna have traded Ja, or we'll be talking about what it looks like to have Ja for the rest of the year. How many games he'll play. That's another thing too, man. Like y'all, we really be talking about like. That's enough. Let me clear this up before we get off. I'm gonna say this. And I'm gonna say this the best way I can. No one is blaming. There's some things I do blame Ja Morant about, but I'm not blaming this on Ja. But him not being able to be the guy that we need him to be is the biggest reason why we're not who we're supposed to be, man. It just is what it is. But yeah. What does he say? There is an event that we signed here. It's too risky to not use Ja if we move him. Bro, you're not getting a top 10 nothing for Ja. Do y'all get do people get that? And like there's no ball out remedy for Ja. Like teams they're not gonna give you anything for Ja, bro. And whatever he does in the last 20 games of the season, it's not gonna change anybody's idea of what they think Ja is. When people in the media, the national media came out and said, I think all the GMs in the NBA think Ja Morant is shit. I don't think people believe it, and that was true. There are people who take him, but they're not gonna make no real investment in him. Nobody's giving you a top 10 pick for Ja.
Yeah. No.
Man, they will. They will, bro.
The reports came out today that the Grizzlies drastically reduced their price for Ja since the Jaren trade yesterday.
This is what teams are going to do. They're going to try to buy low on him and hope he goes back to what he was 4 years ago, starting next year. That's what's going to happen. Nobody's going to give you anything of value for Ja, bro. And I've been trying to tell y'all that for forever. But then what's going to happen is the report's going to come out when they trade Ja, and it's going to be like, hold on. It's going to be people going to be surprised, right? Like, oh man, he gave Ja away. Like, no, bro, this is what value is, bro. But man, I got to ride though, man.
Hey, real quick before you do that, everything has to keep continuing, man. The Grizzlies got a game tonight against the Sacramento Kings. Let's look at some FanDuel numbers real quick. This is the post-trade shakeup, same-game parlay.
You might want to throw some money at it.
Ty Jerome to score 15+, Jalen Wells to score 15+, G.G. Jackson to score 15+, Cedric Howard to score 15+, plus 1291. $10 wins you $129.
I might throw some on that.
17 cents. I absolutely am throwing something on that.
Man, who gonna let me down?
Jalen.
Yeah. Well, for Kenny Stubblefield, this is Anthony Sain. Thank y'all so much, man. Hey, I feel it, man. We're gonna be when we trade Ja tomorrow, man. We're gonna get y'all shit off in the comments, man. I'm gonna let y'all be as emotional as you want to be, man. Yeah, for Kenny Stubblefield, this is Anthony Sain. Love y'all, man. See y'all tomorrow, man. And we out.
Thank you for listening to the Anthony Sain Show. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to the Bluff City Media YouTube page. We'll see you back here next time.